Out in the dark, quiet corner of the restaurant parking lot, the FBI agent opens the trunk of a black, generic government sedan. From a small case, he retrieves a pistol with a suppressor attached.
The magazine's loaded. There are additional clips in the case.
He hands the pistol and the case to Natasha.
You track me down? Just to hand me a pistol?
No. I was sent to make sure you know what's what and what needs to be done once the asset is located.
I don't need a babysitter. So, thank you for the weapon. And now, fuck off.
This time, there's no fake laugh by the agent, just the clenching of his jaws.
Maybe tone down your shit a little bit. We're on the same team.
I don't trust you or anybody else. I'm a team of one.
Okay, whatever. If you want to be an asshole, that's your prerogative. But you've been out in the wild for some time now. Home base knows about the affair you had with Agent Tackle-Knot. They tend to get nervous about agents like you who seem to be getting very comfortable with the enemy.
Don't you dare question my loyalty.
Then don't do anything to make us question it. I'm here to make sure you understand the directive and that you follow through with it.
I know what I'm doing.
Just humor me then, okay? It's not just about retrieving the asset. We can't have any loose ends. Meaning that once the asset is in hand, you need to terminate the alien.
Wait, what are you talking about? The alien is the asset.
Okay, well here, it's a good thing I'm here to clear up any confusion. The alien is not the asset. The asset is the knowledge as to where his spacecraft is. We have it on advanced intelligence that he came here alone and landed his spacecraft on Earth. We just don't know where.
Natasha suddenly feels stupid as fuck. Of course they want the spacecraft. They don't give a shit about Misha. Aliens have been caught in the past and questioned and probed and dissected to the nth degree. What they really want is the one thing that continues to evade them: alien technology. And so, the country that gets a hold of Misha's spaceship will have a huge advantage, especially in terms of military capabilities. The directive to Natasha, as explained by her fellow double agent, is as follows. Obtain the information from Misha using Vera as bait. Verify the location of the spaceship. Then terminate Misha. Natasha knows her sister well enough to expect that Vera will never forgive her if she goes through with the mission as directed. And frankly, Natasha will not be able to forgive herself either. And so now what? She will just have to cross that bridge when she gets there.
So, can you handle this? I mean, you're not going to go soft on the alien because he's your sister's boyfriend, are you? Because if you're not up to it, I'll pull the trigger myself.
In Natasha's mind, the phrase, "I'll pull the trigger myself," is code for, "I will shoot the alien myself. Then I will shoot you because you failed to carry out the directive, and you are now a loose end." There is no way Natasha is going to let this asshole dictate how she's to accomplish her task and potentially shoot her in the back of the head. And so she aims her recently acquired pistol and shoots the agent in the forehead. Conveniently, the dead agent falls backward into the open trunk. Natasha fetches the keys from the agent's pocket, slams the trunk shut, gets in the car, and drives away. Natasha is back at the lake, sitting on the trunk of the generic government sedan and looking out at the water. She's smoking a cigarette, a habit she thought she kicked years ago. Before arriving at the lake, she had stopped at an off-brand convenience store to buy a pack. And now, here she is getting the dose of much-needed nicotine as she watches Amanda chomp down on the dead agent and disappear back into the depths of the lake. Natasha's phone buzzes. It's a text from Vincent. The text reads, "We've been ambushed. Jane is dead. I need a ride." Natasha reads the text again, just to make sure she's reading it right. Yup, she read it right. She memorizes the address in the text, tosses her cigarette, says goodbye to Amanda, hops into the sedan, and tears out of there. It's close to 1:30 a.m. when Natasha arrives at the pickup point, a liquor store in Long Beach. She pulls into the near-capacity parking lot. The stragglers rushing to get their alcohol purchased before the cutoff time of 2 a.m. Natasha steps out of the car and looks for Vincent. It's a minute before he appears out of the shadows by the dumpster. He's disheveled and limping. There are what appear to be bloodstains on his shirt. Natasha rushes to him.
Holy shit! Are you okay? Do you need medical attention?
No, I'm good.
But you are bleeding.
It's not my blood.
Oh.
My knee's a little banged up, but not a huge deal. Whose car is that?
It's a long story. I don't want to bother you with that.
Natasha helps Vincent to the car.
The car is a government issue. What did you do, Natasha?
You really don't want to know.
Okay, fine. I'm too tired to argue with you.
He gets into the car. Natasha is about to do the same. Then she tells him she will be right back and goes jogging into the liquor store. When she comes back out, she's holding a paper bag, which she hands to Vincent when she gets into the car. He opens the bag and pulls out a bottle of wild turkey and smiles.
You're an angel.
I know.
They made it look like a road rage incident.
He opens the bottle and takes a healthy swig, and then another. They're quiet.
But they were clearly professionals.
Were they after you, Jane?
I think both. They had automatic weapons and sprayed the car generously. Unfortunately for Jane, I was driving in the fast lane, so their only choice was to shoot at the passenger side. Her car careened into the median and flipped several times. I pulled her out of the wreckage, but she was already dead.
I'm so sorry.
I don't think they were foreign agents. If they were, they want us alive. They want information from us.
One of our own? But why?
I don't think it's Ovum, but very likely a U.S. agency. It probably goes deeper and higher up. They've probably hired private contractors to avoid leaving a trail. Keep it off the book. Whoever it is, they don't want us to find out what we want to find out.
Natasha starts the car and pulls out of the parking lot.
We can't go back to my place, obviously. We're both targets now.
Well, you did say you want some excitement. So, here you go.
I guess the cliche of be careful what you wish for is applicable here.
Yeah.
They decide to spend the night at a quaint, non-national chain motel where they can hide out and regroup. All that's available is one room, one bed. They shrug it off, too tired to contemplate the implications of their sharing a bed at this juncture of the relationship. But it didn't stop them from sharing the wild turkey and then jumping in the shower together to save time in washing up. Afterward, they flopped onto the bed and immediately fell asleep, still damp and wrapped in their bath towels. In the morning, Natasha wakes first and takes a walk to the Starbucks a block away. She's annoyed, partly because she's jonesing for a hit of caffeine ASAP, but mainly because pangs of guilt are eating away at her. This is not good. These are the kind of feelings that a covert agent cannot have, the kind of feelings that get in the way of accomplishing the mission. How can she do what she's been tasked with by her country without betraying her sister? And of course, she would have to betray Vincent too. That was the whole reason why she ghosted him 3 years ago, despite being in love with him. To not be put in a position to betray him. If she had stayed with him, she may have been forced to use him as an asset, unbeknownst to him. Or she would have gotten too comfortable and careless, and he would have found out what she really was. And then there was Jane. Poor Jane. Natasha had wrung her dry of information, without a thought or care about the potential consequences of what would happen if Jane was found out to have leaked classified information. And now Jane was dead, unceremoniously so. When Natasha reaches the Starbucks, she doesn't enter, and instead leans against the storefront window, distraught and weak-kneed. Natasha's not exactly sure why she's feeling this way, but it takes a guess that it likely has something to do with her being saddened by Jane's death, and by the fact that Vincent is now in harm's way. Also, if the powers that be have their way, Misha will not live to see Vera ever again. Natasha wonders if it's true, what the FBI agent had said, that she's been out in the wild for too long, that she's lost her edge, that she's become confused as to her sense of purpose. She shakes off the thought and tells herself to get her shit together. When Natasha gets back to the motel room, with the coffees and pastries, Vincent is still in bed but awake, leaning against the headboard and staring at his phone.
Hey.
Hey.
Is something wrong?
Oh no, I sent a text to our contact, Jane's friend, like 5 minutes ago.
You did?
Yeah, I thought the sooner the better.
What's the problem?
Well, he just sent me a response.
Already?
Yeah.
That's really fast.
I know. Maybe too fast.
What did he say?
He agreed to meet with us.
Seriously? That was easy.
Yeah, maybe too easy.
What are you thinking?
I'm not sure, but it could be a setup. Another ambush of some kind.
Maybe. But what choice do we have? He's our only lead. And the longer we wait, the more likely Misha is going to be fucked.
Vincent's phone buzzes. It's another text.
It's him again. He sent us the location of the meeting place. It's your call. What do you want to do?
I'm not turning back now, but I think you should lay low at this point. You helped me enough. I can take it from here.
I'm already neck deep in this thing and pretty pissed off about almost being whacked. So I'm seeing this thing through to the end. And you know what? Frankly, my feelings are kind of hurt that you think I would lay low and leave you on your own.
That is not what I said. I'm just giving you an out. This is not your battle. I force you into it. You almost die for this. And the closer we get to the asset, the more dangerous it's going to be.
I can handle myself.
Vincent, I'm serious. Trust me when I say that we're dealing with some bad people who wants the same thing we do. I prefer that you don't get harm on my account. Again.
I'm not sure why it is that every time we get close, you have the need to push me away. But if you're doing it to protect me, for whatever reason, just stop. I'm asking you to stop. I can make my own choices. And if I come to the conclusion that you're worth the risk, then that's my prerogative.
Natasha walks over to the bed and sits next to Vincent.
All right, but don't come crying to me when the shit hit the fan.
He wraps an arm around her waist, and with the other hand he cups her boob.
Why not? You don't want to be my mommy?
Okay, don't make it dirty.
It's too late.
She slides her hand under the sheets between his legs.
Oh, I see. That little Winnie wants to come out and play.
Please don't call him Little Vinny.
My bad. How about I call him Big Daddy instead? I think Big Daddy wants a piece of little mommy.
Who's making it dirty now?
How much time do we have until we have to meet the guy?
3 hours.
With a huge grin, Natasha strips naked and slides under the sheets to give Big Daddy a big workout.
Deep State Dossier podcast is a production of Radio Juice Media. To learn more, go to our website, radiojuicemedia.com. The story was written by Casey Pope and produced by Mariana Baker. The podcast was narrated by Harold Baker. Voice actors are Tori and Hugo Chacon, Mariana Baker, and Vaughn Aronson. Music composed and performed by Daniel Kaplan. Photography by Luke Aronson. If you like this podcast, you might also enjoy Casey's novels available on Amazon, or visit his website at fugitivejuicemedia.com. Support Deep State Dossier on Patreon at patreon.com/deepstatedossier for a whole bunch of exclusive stuff. We will shout your name or your business name on a beginning of our show, as well as on Twitter. We will also have special episodes of Natasha's sexy dreams recorded only for our Patreon patrons. And of course, if you enjoyed the show, please rate us 5 stars and leave a nice review. For more information, including supporting material for each episode, visit radiojuicemedia.com, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Thanks for listening.